Hey guys, it's David from C&D Designs. This video is going to be a quick tutorial. It's going to show you how easy and how many things you can do with our new Corjl editable templates. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe for more C&D instructional videos. Today we'll be working with our softball poster, but this info is pretty much going to help you with any of our Corjl editable templates. Let's get right into it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to upload our own photo. Okay, we're going to click here and upload your photo. We're going to go up to replace image and we're going to put our photo in there. You can drag and drop, so just kind of open up your file where you have your picture saved. Make sure the picture size isn't too large, just a typical letter size, 8.5 by 11, just not too large of a file or else it won't work. So you're just going to basically drag and drop your photo into this box over here. Okay, when it pops up, you'll hit save, and it's going to replace what we have there. Okay, and you're going to most likely need to resize it, but it should automatically be cropped into this square here, so you can make it as large as you like and move it around in a way that you like it best. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the logo. Same thing, we're going to click on the little logo. We're going to replace the image. We're going to have our logo here saved. We're going to drop it in. Best is like a PNG file. Sometimes uploading the logo can take a little while. Just depends on how big the file size is. Also, when we're replacing this logo here, this logo has a stroke around it, so once it loads in your logo, it's going to have the stroke on it. If you didn't want the stroke, you can either delete it after you upload it, or you could have just deleted that little logo in the first place and just uploaded it as a new image. Once it pops up, we'll grab it and we'll resize it. Honestly, you could move this down here if you wanted to. You can honestly really do anything with this template as you want. You can move the name over here, you can put the number there, you can move the logo down here, you can put completely different information here. It's completely up to you. And we're going to change the player's name. We'll highlight that and we'll come over here to the text box. We're just going to punch in the player's name. In this case, it's Sarah Wilson. Okay. You can resize it, you can move it around. If you have a long name, you could make it 2 lines. Once you have it where you want it, you can change the color of the text. You can either kind of hand select the color that you want using this tool, or you can go down to the dropper tool and select an area on the design where it already has a color that you're interested in using. You can come down to style text, and there's a bunch of different text styles, drop, shadow, stroke, among other effects that you can add to the words, to the text. So we're going to change the drop shadow so it stands out a little bit more. We can change the distance of the shadow. We can change the blur of the shadow. The stroke is the line outside of the font text. You can change that. You can make it wider or skinnier using the distance. Opacity would make it more translucent. You also have outer glow, gradient, curve, opacity, rotation. If you mess with these, it'll add other effects to the fonts as well. And we're going to come down to the team name, team division. We'll add in that information. I have it here, it typed out in lowercase instead of uppercase. There is an uppercase and lowercase with this font, and it's a little bit different, so I want to make it all uppercase. I can just highlight this and I can hit the TT button here, which is going to make it all uppercase, which you see it changed a little bit. Okay, So once we get that information in there, Duster's fast pitch, we can make it bigger, we can move it around, we can adjust the size between the fonts, which we can use this button right here, and adjust the line height. We can make it closer, we can make it further away, we try to recenter it. We can change the color of the font as well. Okay, this box here also, we can edit the color of this box. It has an opacity to it, so it's a little bit translucent, so you can see the legs through. You can make it more translucent if you want. You could make it completely 100% solid if you wanted to not see through it all. We can change the color here. We're going to make it a dark red color. And we can actually copy the color code here, and we can use it by pasting in other areas, and it'll make it the same color. We're going to grab the star here, and we're going to change the stroke here using the color code and just copy paste it in there. And we can do the same like with the drop shadow on this text. We're going to use the same color, and we'll do so on the big text as well. We'll use the same color code. That way all the colors are uniform amongst everything. Either using the color codes or using the droppers is the best way. Okay, this box also has a stroke. You could change the color of the stroke here if you wanted to. So we'll go ahead and change the number here, number 16. Let's do a white stroke on this. It might make it stand out a little bit more. That looks pretty nice. Doesn't look as good. I think the black looked good. Let's change it back to the black here. Okay, this is something cool that you can do. If you go to add new image when you're not selecting anything, it will come up with these available images that you can use that we put in there. Each of these you should be able to change the colors to match it to your team's colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a background of the car, or of the poster in this case. So we're going to bring it in, we're going to have to resize it. We're going to try and make sure it's bigger than everything else on the design. So you might have to move it around a little bit. On the corners where you drag to make it bigger, so you might have to pull it down. Once you have it there in place, we're going to pull up the layers. So the layers tab comes up here, and this is going to be the one that's highlighted. Since we're highlighting it, it's called Grudge, and it actually shows you here what you're highlighting. So we're going to grab that layer and we're going to pull it down to the bottom. We're going to keep it above this rectangle because that rectangle was the yellow color that was around the background. Okay, so if you weren't using this design, you could have changed the color of the outside rectangle, you know, if you wanted to make it a different color. But we can also change the colors on this background. So the way to do so, we're going to go to change image colors, and then we just highlight the color we want to change, and we have a dropper here, so we can use the dropper and link it up to the same colors that we've already used in the design. We'll use the dark red, and then we'll change this one to the yellow. Okay, and then this one, we have a dark blue. I think it looks kind of dark though. I might just use like a gray or something. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit nicer. Maybe I'll make it a little more gray. I'll select the Grudge again, change image colors, go back to there. Let's make it a little bit more gray, light gray. Okay, and then I think that looks pretty decent. That's pretty much a lot of the things that you can do with it. There's honestly so much more, so it's just kind of up to you to go through there. If you have questions, let us know. And if you made it this far, just be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more tutorial videos. And on behalf of C&D, I want to wish you good luck in designing your poster, your card, your roster, whatever it is you might be working on. And like I said, reach out to us if you have any questions, concerns, or if you have a custom design that you want to make. Thank you guys very much. You have a great day.